Hi, and welcome to Friday How to Play with Salomé. I'm Salomé Martinez. Have you ever wanted to lead a bustling woodland city filled with charming critters, cozy construction, and the occasional hare and tortoise rivalry? Well, now you can. In Everdell Duo, a two-player strategy game of resource gathering, city building, and perfect timing. Designed by James and Clarissa A. Wilson and published by Starling Games. This game plays in about 45 to 60 minutes, and trust me, you'll feel the tension build as each turn becomes a race to pull off the perfect combo before your opponent claims it first. Do you think you can outplan, outbuild, and outshine your rival to create the most prosperous woodland wonder in the valley? Well, there's only one way to find out. Come have a seat with me at the table and I'll teach you how to play Everdell Duo. To begin playing this charming head-to-head game, we must start with the setup. Place the game board in the center of the table, with the side showing the journey area in the top right. Now, grab the sun and moon tokens and place both on the first space to the left of the meadow path, right in the middle of the board. Next, gather all the resources, twigs, resin, pebbles, and berries, along with point tokens and occupy tokens, and place them near the board in reach of all the players to form the general supply. Then, shuffle the critter and construction cards and place it face down near the board. Keep a spot nearby for the discard pile. Now, deal our cards face up into the meadow, filling from left to right, starting with the top row, then the bottom row. Shuffle the river tiles and form a face down stack near the board, and place the top two tiles face up onto the river spaces. Place the season tiles with their non-skunk side up on the right side of the board in this order: winter, spring, summer, autumn. Now for the events. Shuffle each lettered set A through E. Pick one at random from each, add the fair tile, then shuffle those 6 and place them randomly across the 6 event spots at the top of the board. Place the journey event tile on its far right space. Now, whoever most recently took a nap, yes, that's a rule, gets the 3 hare workers and give the 3 tortoise workers to the other player. Each player now draws 2 cards. And finally, you'll resolve the steps shown on the winter season tile. Winter starts with the hare drawing a card from the deck, followed by the tortoise drawing 1 from the deck and 1 straight from the meadow. Replenish the meadow card. Then the hare bundles up and leads the season as the first player. And with that, the players are set and the cozy forest is ready to bloom. The object of the game is to build the most prosperous city in the valley. You'll do that by placing workers, gathering resources, playing cards, and achieving events for extra points. After 4 seasons, whoever has the highest score takes the win and becomes the most celebrated mayor in the entire valley. You'll play through 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And on your turn, you'll always perform one of 3 actions: place a worker, play a card, pick a card. After taking an action, you must move either the sun or moon token 1 space to the right along the path, depending on the action you performed. Once the sun or moon token reaches the end of the path, you may not perform an action that would require you to move that token. Let's dive into the details of each action you'll be taking. This is where the strategy comes alive and your opponent starts sweating just a little. We'll start with placing a worker. Let's say you've chosen the hare or tortoise if you're feeling patient, and you're ready to send them to work. You can place one of your unplaced workers on any work location represented by this symbol that isn't already occupied. Then you immediately perform the action of that space. After resolving the action, you'll move the sun token 1 space over to the right. Remember, only 1 worker, regardless of whose it is, may be on each work location. Let's look at all the different work locations you may visit. These 4 spaces at the bottom right are farm locations. These 2 locations on the bottom left are river locations. These tend to be a bit better than the farm locations, but are unpredictable because they will change with each season. You can also visit red destination cards, either in your own city or your opponent. If you visit an opponent's city, that player immediately gains 1 point token from the supply. And finally, you can place workers on an event if you meet its requirements. When you do, claim the event tile by placing one of your workers on the work location under the event tile. Take the tile and place it near your city and gain its reward. Each event tile will be worth its listed points at the end of the game. Each event is unique and only one player can claim each event. If an event asks you to have more of something than your opponent, you must have at least one of each and meet the minimum number in parentheses. But don't get too cozy, a tie doesn't count. So you've got to win that comparison outright. Instead of sending a worker, you can use your turn to play one card into your city. Pay the cost in the top left corner and then place the card face up in front of you. Then move the moon token after you fully resolve the action on the card. Cards can be played from 3 different places: your hand, the metal cards touching the sun token, the metal cards touching the moon token. Each time you play a card from the metal, fully resolve the card's effect, then refill the empty space immediately from the deck. If there is more than one empty space in the metal, replenish it from left to right, top to bottom. You'll be building your city with 5 colors of cards that each work differently. Green are production cards, and they activate immediately and again in spring and autumn. Blue are governance cards, and they activate only when their text says so, often giving you sweet discounts or bonuses as you play other cards. Tan are traveler cards, and they activate the moment you play them, giving you a one-time burst of help. But that's it. They're travelers after all, so they don't stick around to activate again. Red are destination cards. These cards activate when a worker is placed on them. If your opponent comes strolling into your city to use one, you earn a point for offering top-tier woodland hospitality. Purple are prosperity cards, and they score bonus points at the end of the game based on your city. Some cards have a little star icon, which means they give you a discount when playing other cards. You can only use 1 star ability at a time, so no stacking those together. But abilities without a star can be combined with a star ability for an even bigger bargain. Sometimes you'll earn occupied tokens. You can use them to play a critter card for 0 berries, simply by placing the token on a matching color card in your city. You're limited to 1 token per color, and you begin the game empty-handed, so earning them feels like a little forest bonus each time. And finally, the pick a card action. You may either draw 1 card from the deck or take any card from the metal, even if it's not next to a sun or moon token. Replenish the metal card after you draw it and move your choice of the sun or moon token 1 space to the right. At any time on your turn, you can discard as many cards as you'd like from your hand. And for every 2 cards you discard, you can gain 1 resource of any type. May not sound glamorous, but in Everdell Duo, a well-timed discard can unlock a perfect play. When both the moon and the sun tokens reach the end, that season ends. Players retrieve all of their workers, remove the current season tile, and then move the sun and moon back to the beginning of the track. You'll then resolve the effects listed on the next season tile. Each season alternates which player goes first, so the momentum keeps shifting back and forth like a woodland tug-of-war. When autumn ends and both tokens have reached the end of the path, the game is over. Award the journey tile to the player who has the most cards in their hand plus their city. If both players are tied, then no one receives the journey tile, which is worth 5 points. Now, it's time to see whose city truly thrives under the forest canopy. You'll add up your points from the numbers printed on your cards, any prosperity cards bonus points, all event tiles you've achieved, and finally, your point tokens. Whoever has the most total points wins. If there's a tie, the winner is decided by who has the most events, then leftover resources, then cards in their city, and finally, cards in hand. If you're still tied after all that, well, just admit you both built beautiful cities and share the glory over tea and berries. And that's how you play Everdell Duo. I'm Salomé Martinez, and I want to thank you for planning, and prospering with me at the table today. And I hope you get to grow your own vibrant woodland city and maybe outsmart a rival or 2 at your table. Until our next Friday How to Play, remember to learn, play games, and always have fun. Adios.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.